2nd and 6. Lock. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. That'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Right there, 54, right there.
Here's Lock to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Lock now to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming out.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. All right, we got a second here. Let's have some fun. Let's be cheesy, because why not? So we have the 71st Emmys on Sunday.
No wine. Just straight cheese.
71st Emmys on Sunday. So let's hand out a few awards.
Okay.
Let's start with Best Supporting Actor right now in the NFL. Who are you going with?
I'm going with the Mustache Man, Gardner Minshew in Jacksonville. Because despite the fact that they're 1-2, got their first win last Thursday against Tennessee, he stepped in week 1 and set a record for rookie quarterbacks. What was he, 22 of 25 throwing in that game? 88% right out of the gate. And has continued good play since then. And let's face it, the Mustache Mania is sweeping Duval County as well as the rest of the state of Florida.
Best actor in a lead role, I'm assuming you're going Mahomes.
You have to, because we kept saying he couldn't possibly do what he did last year. He's on a pace to eclipse what he did last year in every category. And by the way, hasn't thrown an interception yet, and his team's undefeated at 3-0.
All right, one more. Best director, head coach. Who you got?
I'm going to go each conference. AFC, Sean McDermott, Buffalo Bills, off to a 3-0 start. I'm not sure how many people saw that one coming. And then in the NFC, finally fulfilling their promise here in the early going, the San Francisco 49ers and Kyle Shanahan. Also undefeated, getting ready to take on the Los Angeles Rams for supremacy in the NFC West in the upcoming weeks.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now back to the ground with Elliott. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you. Hey, Skill, please.
On 2nd down, Elliott.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He'll buy some time right. His pass caught at the 4. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Check, 47. And we got to get to the ball, team.
It's a keeper with Prescott. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Here we go. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Prescott to throw this time. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll run on first down. Lindsey slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
Set. 10 logo. Rack. Jim. Now.
Another run by Lindsey. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On third down, here's Lindsey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tough spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. On third down, Elliott. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Elliott. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A first down carry by Elliott. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll run with Elliott. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Running with Elliott. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 11. Here's Lindsey. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 16, Locke. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. It got his man complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, it's Lindsey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Pitch and catch complete to Hireman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough. But, yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.